Good morning, students. How you all are? Hope you all are well and we will meet soon. In the previous classes, we had finished the first part of the 100 dresses, and in the previous two classes, we had solved the mystery of the 100 dresses. That whenever Vanida she was speaking about she had 100 dresses, it were not the real dresses, but it was the beautiful paintings or the paintings of the dresses which she was talking. And we had seen that when Vanida she was not coming to the school for more than a week, her friend Peggy and Maddie, even now they were worried about her and they wanted to search her. So in the today's class we will see that whether Peggy and Maddie were able to find Vanada. So students, take chapter 6, the 100 dresses part 2. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Mason a note. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hand. So, in the previous class, we had seen that everyone was very much puzzled that a very silent, very dumb girl, Vanida, is capable of making beautiful painting, and she had made the paintings of 100 dresses, and according to judges, all those paintings, all those 100 paintings were the winners in the competition. So suddenly means it was, as we have zero period, the Mrs. Mason she was there in the class and all other students they were busy in their work. At that point of time, the class monitor brought one note. That note was for their class teacher, Miss Mason. She read those notes several times. She thought about it and then she clapped her hand. So now we will see that what was in the note that made her to clap her hands. Attention class. Everyone back to their seat. When shuffling of the feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Mason said, I have a letter from Vanida's father that I want to read to you. So, means after reading the letter several times, Miss Mason said attention to the class. And when she said attention, everybody was just sitting in their friend circle. So now everybody start coming to their own feet, and when everyone's feet got settled, she said that she had a letter, the letter was from Vanida's father. Miss Mason stood there a moment and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that what was coming. This letter from Vanida's father was matter of great importance. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief note. So several times Miss Mason she was removing her glass, she was sweeping the glass, again she was keeping. You know, you can understand that what is this gesture. You know, and then she said to all the class, please attentively listen the note. And now I am going to read the note. Dear teacher, my Vanida will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. Jake is Vanida's brother. Now we move away to a big city. No more holler. Holler means loud, shout and cry. मतलब किसी को चिल्लाते हुए चिढ़ाना. Polite. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronowski. So the letter which was sent from Veneda's father's side. Now it is very clear that Veneda and her brother, they had quit the school, they had left the school, and they had moved to the other city. The reason was that as they were from the Poland and their strange name, it was a matter that made other students to make fun of Veneda and her brother. So both of them were very much upset with this, and now they had moved to the other city. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and whipped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice were very low. So you can get different instances through which you can say that Miss Mason is touched, is feeling very sad after this letter. Her voice is low, means वो ज़्यादा जोर से बात नहीं कर पा रही है. Many times she taken her glass, whipped it off with the handkerchief. You can understand that she is doing all this because her eyes are full of tears. She was feeling very bad that one of the good student, who was a very good painter, had left the school because everyone used to tease them. And being a class teacher, she was not able to do anything. So this was their class teacher's feeling. We will see that how students feel now. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. Sorry. I am sure that none of the boys and girls in the room 13 would purposefully and deliberately means purposefully, knowingly, jante hue, hurt anyone's feeling because his or her name happened to be long, unfamiliar one. I prefer to think that was said in a thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness means without knowing, बिना जाने हुए. I know that all of you feel the way I do, that this is very unfortunate thing to have happened, unfortunate and sad, and I want you all to think about it. So here Miss Mason, she is putting a question in front of each students of the class. She is saying that means what you people have did, you have not did it deliberately, means जानबूझ के आप लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं किया, but definitely you should think about it. You should think about it means you have to think on it and you should not repeat it in the future. So this was the lesson given by Miss Mason to the student. Now we will see that what was the reaction of all those things on Peggy, Maddie and other friends. The first period was a study period. Study period means it was not a post-scholastic period. It was something related to math, science, history and all other main subjects. Maddie tried to prepare her lesson, but she could not put her mind on her work. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach. True, she had not enjoyed listening to Peggy ask Wanda how many dresses she had in her closet. But she had said nothing. She had stood by silently. And that was just as bad as what Peggy had done. Worse, she was a coward. At least Peggy had not considered they were being mean. But Maddie had thought they were doing wrong. Could put herself in Veneda's shoes. Underline this line. She could not put herself in Veneda's shoes. इसका क्या मतलब है? Means after listening to all this, means now Maggie is able to understand, analysis the condition of Veneda. This is a statement that she could put herself in the Veneda's shoes. मतलब अब मैगी जो है वो अपने आप को वेनेडा की प्लेस पे रखकर देख सकती थी. she can understood that what all happened with Vereda, it was not just, it was not fair. And now what she was thinking, she had did something wrong when she stood silently when Peggy and other girls were making fun of Vereda. She should have taken a stand to stop Peggy and all the classmates when they were making fun of Vereda. But we had seen that as Peggy and Maggie, they both were close friends. So they were not, sorry, she is not having the courage to stop Peggy. But now she is feeling very bad for what she have did. Goodness, wasn't there anything she could do? If only she could tell Vereda she had not meant to hurt her feelings. She turned around and stole a glance at Peggy. But Peggy did not look up. She seemed to be studying hard. Well, whether Peggy felt badly or not, she, Maddie, had to do something. She had to find Vanda Petronowski. Maybe she had not yet moved away. Maybe Peggy would climb the height with her and they would tell Vanda she had won the contest. That they thought she was smart and the 100 dresses were beautiful. So as we had seen that it was a study period and now Maggie is totally she is in other world. वो क्लास में तो बैठी हुई थी पर जो उसके टीचर जो उसको पढ़ा रहे थे she was not able to concentrate on it. But what she was thinking that how to correct her mistake. Means what she was thinking that today after the class she will go to Vaughan Heights, she will search for Vereda. Means ऐसा हो सकता था कि उसके फादर ने नोट पहले भेज दिया और वो कुछ दिन बाद जाएंगे. So in this case, Maddie she will find the Peggy and she will inform her that she is a very good artist. She had won the competition, and she was also thinking that when Maddie will go to Bogan Heights, Peggy will accompany her because Peggy was the mastermind of this 100 dresses game, where everyone will ask Veneda how many dresses you had, and they used to make fun of her. When school was dismissed in the afternoon, Peggy said, with presented casualness means in a normal way, जैसे normal दिन में सब रहते हैं. Hey, let's go and see if that kid has left town or not. This was the thing what Maggie is thinking. Now you can see that Peggy is also ready to accompany Maggie for the Bogan Heights. So Peggy had the same idea. Maddie glowed Peg was really alright. The two girls hurried out of building up the street towards Bogan Heights, the part of town that was such a forbidding air. Forbidding means unfriendly, unknown. On this kind of November afternoon, drizzly, damp and dismal. So as the both girls they were going for the Bogan Heights, which was not a very good place, you know. So they say that the air was unfamiliar, it was unfriendly because they were going to this place for the first time. Moreover, they don't like this type of the area, है ना. उनको मतलब कुछ अच्छी जगह में जाना अच्छा लगता था, but not this kind of congested places. Well, at least, said Peggy gruffly. Gruffly means roughly. I never did call her a foreigner or make fun of her name. I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. I thought she was too dumb and gee. Gee means basically it is a word used when you express surprise. Look how she ran, how she can grow. So in this paragraph, you can see that Peggy, she was feeling very much guilt. She was feeling guilty because she had made fun of Vanessa, and because of Peggy. Now Vanessa had moved to different school or planning to move to different school. So here Peggy was saying that she had never called a foreigner, or she never made up, never teased her on her name, but she was very normal and she just made fun, just like a joke on Vanessa, that how many dresses she had. Means Peggy कभी भी इसको seriously मजाक नहीं उड़ाई थी. It was just like normal joke between the normal fun between the friends. But Vanessa had taken it in a different way. This was what Peggy now thinking. Maddie could say nothing. All she hoped was that they would fight Vanilla. She wanted to tell her that they were sorry they had picked on her, and how wonderful the whole school thought she was. And please not to move away, everybody would be nice. She and Peggy would fight anybody who was not nice. So in this paragraph, you can see that two friends, Peggy and Maggie, now they both were thinking that they will meet, they will fight Vanessa, they will say sorry, and they will bring her back to the school. And if now anyone just make fun of Vanessa, they will not be nice to them, they will stop it. So you can see that the incident that took in the class had changed Peggy and Maddie too. Two girls hurried on. They hoped to get to the top of hill before dark. I think that's where Petrovsky lived, said Maddie, pointing to a little white house. Wisps of old grass. Wisp means bundle, collection. Wisps of old grass stuck up here and there, along with pathway like a thin kitten's. The house and its sparse little yard looked shabby but clean. It reminded Maddie of Vanessa's one dress, her faded blue cotton dress, shabby but clean. So here you can just see that how both girls identified Vanessa's house. Means they remember that although Vanessa's dress it was faded, मतलब वो थोड़ा पुराना था, but it was very neat and clean. So when they reached Pogen Heights, they found one such home. Which was not very beautiful. It was very small. It was shabby, but it was very neat and clean. So you can see that they are comparing Vanessa's dress to Vanessa's house. Both were not very big, not beautiful, but it was very neat and clean. There was not a sign of life about the house. Peggy knocked firmly on the door, but there were no answer. She and Maddie went around to the backyard, knocked there. Still, there was no answer. As we had seen, Vanessa, she was a very quiet girl who used to sit in the last bench. So in the same way, when they just seen the house, they found that the house was very silent. That means no noise, nothing. So Peggy first she knocked the front door firmly, मतलब बहुत strongly she knocked. When no answer was getting, they both moved to the backyard. मतलब वो पीछे के रास्ते से पीछे जाते हैं, and there they did the same. They knocked roughly, but still there were no answer. So student, the next part of this chapter we will deal in our next class. So by that time you just write the word meanings and read the chapter. This is your homework. Okay students, thank you.